Right, here we are once more, and I have got my next model, Sharon.
Yeah.
Here. I knew that. I'm 62, I get mixed up with names. I even called my own daughter Sharon the other day. Her name's Shannon. Anyway, never mind. We're going to go straight on to the same type of thing, but this is the backbone products. And most important, Sharon doesn't wear makeup normally. She doesn't particularly feel she wants to. And I think your absolute nightmare would be to look over made up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah.
And plus she's going to school gate later today, so we don't want her frightening the children. So what we're doing is a very natural makeup. And the first thing, remembering the last of the Mohicans, we're going to just draw. Now, Sharon's very, very lucky. She hasn't got any kind of colouring problems or she's got no broken veins, but if you do, you use this to literally draw over any broken veins, any imperfections whatsoever. If you've got a spot, if you've got a little, whatever it is, just tiny little covers with the concealer stick first of all, and literally just draw with it. Don't get too worried about it. One of the things that we've been talking about when I put it on Instagram and just put it out there in social media, the things that concern you most of all, was actually the biggest one was open pores, which I didn't realise was such an issue. It is for me, but I didn't realise it was just for all of us. And the biggest problem is that as you get older, your pores actually do tend to open more. And certainly around the nose area, the chin, and if you've had an oily skin when you were younger, then that tends to leave you with those kind of open pores. They're usually around the nose, a little bit on the chin here, and if you have had that oily skin, and it's when the oil runs out, a few on the cheeks there. I'm going to show you how to use your foundation in a minute, and how to use it so that the technique will show you how to actually counteract that completely. But I'm also just going to use a little tiny bit of light reflective, like underneath the eyes, and all you need to do is, again, like a dot to dot. It's really important, once more with feeling, that you don't rub that in. You're using your fingertips, and you'll find that I don't use very much regarding foundation at all. When you get to this point, you're literally going to use your fingertip, the heat from your finger, and press it just underneath your eye like that. You're not going to rub it, because a lot of people, when they're using these light reflective pens, they tend to draw it on, like don't do that. For God's sake, don't do that. All you need to do is just put it on and then press it around your eye. And it's going to stay there because you're putting it in a specific place where it's going to work. So underneath the eye is where you want it, not round here somewhere. And you can see immediately it takes away any dark colour. But always remember that. Just use it and press it around your eye. And then from there, I've just used a little bit of that concealer stick on the lid. All will be revealed when we get to the eyeshadow bit. But it works as an eyeshadow base so that the eyeshadow actually clings to that concealer stick, and it makes it so much easier to put on and makes the colour more intense. So it takes away any of the purpley dark shadow again that we can get on the lid. Easy as that. Now the next thing, I'm going to be using Studio 10 for foundation. I do feel sometimes with foundation it sounds like you're constructing, it's like a construction site or something. But literally all you're doing with foundation is blending that concealer stick in and just giving it a little bit more of a blank canvas. Back in the day, we all used to put 10 ton of foundation on, and even now you can see when people are using brushes and sponges and piling it on like, they need it. You don't, especially if if you've got a beautiful skin like Sharon. But even if you haven't, if you've got rosacea, if you've got, hormonal acne, whatever, the more makeup foundation that you use, the more attention you're going to bring to any imperfections. So that's why I'm using this. And you use it not with sponges, not with brushes, not with anything else, just your fingertips. And all we're going to do is just press it. I mean, Sharon's got the most beautiful skin, really. You're a very lucky girl.
Thank you.
Lots of us don't. But all you're going to do with this is just put a tiny bit on like that and then press it on. Now, we're not using any down the side of the face. We're not putting any plaster down here, definitely not on your neck, so that you can't see. It's just literally giving you a base to start working on and put your colour on. So once more, just a tiny touch. You can imagine how long that's going to last, so happy days. And just a tiny bit, because this is the thing that a lot of women find really off-putting. They don't want to have their face plastered with loads and loads of makeup. And why should you? Why would you, as they say? So there we have it. Now, if you've got high colour or anything like that, there are lots of different things that you can use, like the green concealer sticks, the orange concealers, which I do have, and we can go into that. But just talking from a normal, I don't know what normal is, but actually somebody who's very blessed point of view, these are the fundamentals, these are the basics.